everyone, and welcome to the Kauai County Council Roundup. This is Chair Mel Rapozo with Vice Chair Kipukai Kualii.
Aloha.
And we are recapping the council meeting of November 12th, which was yesterday. We started off with our monthly words of wisdom. Yesterday we had Pastor Tom Iannucci, who gave us some words of wisdom and a nice little blessing to set the tone of the day.
I wanted to make a little comment on that too. So Pastor Iannucci is from a Christian church, so it sounded a little Christian. There was a member in the audience, a constituent, who kind of walked out with a little bit of a huff, and I just wanted to say, this is not necessarily any particular religion over the other. This words of wisdom is an opportunity for council members to ask somebody from the community, whether it be a minister of any faith, a kumu, Hawaiian cultural practitioner, to come and just give us our words of wisdom. And if they do a prayer over us, wonderful too. So we've had like my kumu Leina Ala, we've had kumu Sabra, we've had Liz Kauai from the Baha'i faith, and it can be very different and very interesting. I think it's really quite a beautiful, good thing.
It is.
Glad we do that.
It's the first council meeting of every month. I think we have covered every denomination across this island, the Buddhist religion. I mean, everyone. We've had.
And if anybody out there wants to come, let us know.
Let us know. And we've also had community leaders that have no affiliation with any church. It is just an opportunity for us to set the tone for the month, and it works really, really well. And we appreciate that.
And thank you, Pastor Iannucci.
Yeah, Pastor Iannucci is always. He's always a fun one. And then we followed that up with a interview for one of our nominations to the Board of Ethics, Nicole Lau, qualified, an amazing young lady.
Very.
Just amazing resume.
Very impressive.
Ironically, today I was at the Wilcox Hospital Foundation meeting, and she's like the program director for the foundation, and she was there opening up and basically running that entire event today. And
I think she stated she started there as their coordinator for community benefits, and then she's worked her way up, and now she's like in charge of fund development. So a big job raising money for the hospital. So.
And she did extremely well on the interview, but after watching her today in front of all of those donors and representatives of foundations, she's definitely the right one for the Board of Ethics. So
so I'm not sure who found her, but that she's willing to serve on our ethics, Board of Ethics will be wonderful.
Good stuff, good stuff. Then we had a very interesting presentation by Ho'ike's own Trisha Allen, who's the producer and community outreach specialist right here at Ho'ike Studios. And she came and did a presentation on a program or a project called Into Light Project. Which was initiated by the mother of a victim of an accidental overdose. And the story is incredible. And you can find the story or the video on the Ho'ike's YouTube channel. But this mother handled her grieving process by painting or sketching a portrait of her son that she had lost. And it helped her with the process. It helped her get through it. And she started sharing this with other moms and created this foundation or this nonprofit, Into Light. And what they do is they go around the country and they look for stories of accidental overdose or basically drug addiction that parents or families have lost individuals. And the families will provide a photo as well as complete a real quick questionnaire about the life of the person that was lost. And then
they said that what they'll end up doing is taking that photo and have an artist sketch it, but also the questions in the interview, so you don't have to write up the story about that person's life. You just have to answer these questions, and then they'll take that, and a professional writer also that they work with will capture that person's life, and what they were all about. And I think one of the most important things is they wanted people to know that, to celebrate the person for their entire life and not just what struggles they went through.
Really to remove the stigma that
stigma
goes along with that. And I was just amazed. And they are coming here to Kauai, and they are looking for 30 families, 30 families that have lost loved ones. Uh,
Doesn't even matter how long ago.
Correct.
Because, the pain never goes away.
It never goes away. And
Yeah.
we know that there are much more than 30 families here. So far, only 2 of the slots have been filled. So we are at risk of losing that event here on Kauai. So if any of you personally or know of someone that have lost a loved one to drug addiction or drug overdose, please contact the Hoike Studios because we have a few more months, but that whole display will be put up at the KCC Performing Arts Center, and it's going to be up for 6 months. So
Yeah.
all of these individuals will be celebrated, and I just think it's an
And they're
amazing.
starting it, I think, in late February, because she talked about a February 22nd reception would be probably like the kickoff of it all. So obviously now is the time to get it produced. And you can also go to intolightproject.org. I think they probably have the questionnaire and how you can submit, if you will, over the next couple of months. So
Yeah, we do have a problem here on Kauai. Let's not ignore that. Let's accept it, and this is just one small way of again allowing families to grieve in a positive way. And
Patricia Allen did show the council and everyone watching the meeting as well a really well-made video that pretty much explained the whole project and everything. And it was just, I loved how the mother, the woman who founded all of this, talked about the struggles that people have gone through as not defining them, and also that it was not a moral failing, it's a disease, right? So people have suffered from this disease that has killed them as well too. And that really this is about remembering people, celebrating them, and then celebrating the whole person, everything their life was about.
Fascinating project, Into Light project. And again, if you have any questions or you would like to participate, contact the Hoike station here and go online. You can watch the video that was shown, and that video was produced right here by Trisha, and all the information is on there. So go to Hoike's
And
YouTube
Trisha did
channel.
give her email, tallen@hoike.org, tallen, ALLEN, at hoike.org, and then 246-1556.
I'm so glad you take
246-1556. I just saw it there.
All my notes is on a separate paper that is not with me today. So thank you so much. That's why he's here.
Absolutely.
That's why he's here. So anyway, mahalo. Into Light Project. If you folks have any questions, contact Hoike. We had 2 resolutions. The first one was confirming final confirmation of Auntie Julie Souza for the Historic Preservation Review Commission. And she's going to be good for that commission.
Absolutely.
We talked about her at the last roundup. She's been here for 80 years, all her life, and there's not too many people left on this island that has the knowledge of our history and culture and traditions and all of that than Auntie Julie. So congratulations
Very
to her.
familiar with the county and with the council and everything. So I think you said she'll keep them on their toes in that commission.
I said for all the other commissioners, you guys might want to fasten your seatbelts because Hurricane Julie is coming. But all good, all good. And then our last resolution was a resolution that we have to do every year, and this is to approve the legislative package that is put together through our Hawaii State Association of Counties and Mr. Kualii.
Yeah, basically every year each county gets to submit bills that they want to see the state legislature work on. So each county passes their one or more or maybe none. And then they put it all in a package, and when the package is completed, it goes back to each of the counties. So we're basically approving everything that all the counties have submitted collectively. And then that goes back to HSAC, and then they lobby and go to the ledge and try to get the ledge to consider at least some of it, and hopefully become law. Some of it has been big items that we've been trying for year after year. And some of it is new, and it's a varied package. And you can give some examples of what's in the package.
Yeah. So these bills, this package will go to the legislature, and if any of these resonate with you, let us know at the county council, or let your state representative or senator know, so we can, get your support or non-support, whatever it is. But there's 14 items on here, and I'll go through real briefly because I think it's important, and some of them are quite important for us here on Kauai. The first one was a bill for an act relating to emergency medical services and opioid use disorder treatment. Again, we just talked about addiction. This would create a pilot program that would authorize paramedics under the Department of Health to administer drugs. Right now, they show up, they do Narcan or naloxone, but this will create a pilot project or program that will allow the medics to use another drug following the Narcan in cases of opioid overdose. And another important part of this bill would be requiring the Department of Health to verify treatment centers capable of same or next day service or next day or follow-up care for these types of incidents. So very important during these times that we all struggle from communities with addiction. Second one is repealing the sunset date of an act that allows counties to develop, construct, finance, and provide mixed-use dwellings. That bill or that law that is currently in place is set to sunset, and this is asking the legislature to remove the sunset date altogether so we can continue, the counties can continue to provide these mixed-use developments. The number 3 is a very important one, I think, and it's providing temporary income tax credits for the cost of upgrading or converting your cesspool to a septic system. We all know that there's a looming deadline in 2050 that all cesspools got to be converted to septics. We know that the cost for septics is very expensive. So this is asking the legislature to provide a tax credit like they do for solar heaters and other things, electric vehicles. This would provide a tax credit for
thousands of families affected too. That still have cesspools.
And then the fourth one is a resolution relating to DOE recreational facilities. This one is very simple, making available all the public school, high schools, facilities, recreational facilities to the general public when they are not being used by the state. Plain and simple. The fifth one is a bill for an act relating to the Psychology Interjurisdictional Compact. This was submitted by Maui, and this is just really to create a legal framework that allows licensed psychologists and psychiatrists to perform from other states using telemedicine. Right now, it's hard to get appointments. That was a whole discussion this morning at our Hawaii Wilcox Foundation meeting, was the shortage of doctors, shortage of psychologists and psychiatrists. So this is basically asking the state to allow these doctors, medical experts or professionals from other jurisdictions to practice here using telemedicine. The other one, number 6, relating to tobacco, is right now there is a preemption in state law that prohibits counties from regulating tobacco sales and use and all of that. We're asking the state, once again, it was there last year.
And probably the year before.
And to remove that preemption so that the counties can regulate tobacco sales and tobacco use in our individual counties. Home rule is really what it is. Number 7, a bill for an act relating to housing repeals amendments to section 201H-38. 201H is a process that the state statutes allow, I'll just say, expedited processing for affordable housing projects. Last year, the legislature passed a bill or passed a law that really took away the county's opportunity to add in conditions or restrictions to these projects. So it would go through the state would approve it, and then it would come back to the county, and the county councils would have no ability to add any more requirements like additional affordable housing or parking, which is what we've always had the ability to do. Well, the state law prohibits that now, and this is asking the state to repeal those amendments to give the control back to the county councils.
And that came from the city and county of Honolulu.
Yes. And then number 8, establish an exemption from mediation in paternity proceedings where there are allegations of domestic abuse. And that is, again, from Honolulu. And then number 9, relating to firearms, this again, a no-brainer, appropriates funds to the Department of Law Enforcement for the establishment and implementation of a statewide gun buyback program. There's a great program that works on Oahu, and and so people that there's a lot of guns in our state, and a lot of these guns have been left behind by people that have passed on, and they sit in people's homes, and this just gives them, and it's no questions asked. It's like an amnesty box. You bring it in, we pay you for your gun. Get them off the street, and it's a great program.
Yeah.
Okay. So this bill will be asking the legislature to appropriate funds to have this statewide. And similarly, another bill asking to appropriate funds to the judiciary for the enforcement of gun violence protective orders, and also provides funds to the Department of Law Enforcement to conduct public awareness campaigns on gun violence protective orders. Number 11, again, relating to water pollution, appropriates funds to the Department of Health to further capitalize on the Water Pollution Control Revolving Fund for purposes of providing additional low-interest loans to eligible projects. Very important for many, many folks. And the real big one, and we talked a little bit about this one, it's about our general excise tax. Right now, it is set to expire
Sunset,
sunset in 2028.
Was it?
2028. And listen, that general excise tax surcharge that we charge provides significant funding to our county for roads and transportation projects. So
all the good work you've seen done on the roads in the last few years is because of that. Remember, a couple of terms ago, at least 4 years or so, we're talking about $100 million backlog in road maintenance. So we're tackling that because we have these funds.
if we do not get these funds, then you will see a lot of our road projects will be delayed. And that is just across the state. And this doesn't impact the city and county of Honolulu. This bill only impacts counties that have a population of less than 500,000 people. So that would be Kauai, Maui, and the Big Island. And all counties would be hurt if that surcharge goes away. A bill for an act relating to the conveyance tax. Basically, this is asking to appropriate funds from our state's conveyance tax and then maybe possibly increasing the conveyance tax to fund homeless programs. And that is also critical and something that we all need. Number 14, the last one on the package, a bill for an act relating to housing for state and county employees. And all this does is when projects go through the HHFDC, which is an acronym that I will not remember, it's a Hawaii Housing. Anyway, when it goes through the state program for financing these affordable housing, workforce housing projects, they're asking that a set amount of these units be set aside for state and county employees.
Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation.
That's the one. That's the one. Now you see why I bring him? Because I don't remember acronyms too well.
I don't either. I just found it.
Yeah, because he comes prepared. So that's kind of it. 14 bills. That's not normal. We typically in our package we might have 3 or 4, possibly 5. But this year HSAC decided to go all in and came up with 14 bills.
And it was probably those last few that were the most important.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we're putting it forward, when they're working on it in Honolulu, lobbying for it, I'm sure they'll push extra hard for the bigger, most important ones. They're all important, but the most important
cesspool
ones.
conversions, and water pollution, and of course, you know, there's
Housing,
a few of them
affordable
on
housing.
here are no-brainers. You know, like getting more funding for a gun buyback program. I mean, I think
A
those.
successful gun buyback
Yeah.
program, right? That people need and want, you know, take advantage of.
Yeah. So that was it. It was a very short meeting, but jam-packed with information and discussion. So, with that, anything else, my friend?
Nope, that's it.
We'd like to thank Hoike, our good friend Roger here, who had to fight traffic to come in to do this. They allow us to come in every week to do this roundup so that we can keep you posted on what's going on. Hoike has a YouTube channel, and just go to youtube.com, search up Hoike, subscribe to their channel. You get to watch all of the archived meetings. You get to watch our council meetings live on Wednesdays at 8:30 in the morning, as well as these recaps. So mahalo to Hoike and everybody here. Again, hoike.com, hoike.org is their website, but the YouTube channel is Ho'ike. And you can also find our archive meetings on our county website at www.kauai.gov. Hit the webcast meeting button and you can watch it there as well. I like the YouTube channel because I think the quality is a lot better. So
Mahalo, Roger. Mahalo, Ho'ike.
until next
See
time,
you guys.
folks.
Mahalo, everybody.
Aloha.
Aloha.